Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now, this is going to be yet another Iran war update. So through the spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says Iran says it has responded to U.S. proposal for ending war. It says Iran has sent its response to the latest U.S. proposal for ending the war through a Pakistani mediator, according to state media. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Qatar's Prime Minister yesterday to discuss the war, a source said. An Iranian military official warned countries enforcing sanctions against Iran will face problems when their vessels use the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran earlier said it would launch a heavy assault on U.S. assets in the Middle East if its ships face further attacks during the ceasefire. It says in Lebanon, at least 22 people, including 4 children, were killed in Israeli attacks in Lebanon on Saturday, state-run media reported, citing the Lebanese health ministry. The Israeli military said it killed 10 Hezbollah members and struck the group's infrastructure sites in southern Lebanon. Yeah, so this conflict is still going, between Iran and the U.S. and between Israel and Lebanon. Even though, in regards to Israel and Lebanon, that's more of a one-sided situation. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we are clearly in a time of war. That's why no matter what peace talks or ceasefires are put into place, it always falls apart. And everyone just ends up launching attacks on each other again. Because the Lord has placed us in a time of war. And the time of peace will come after the war, after the nuclear war, after the destruction of America. And it's a lot closer than what most people understand. Most people don't understand that we are very close to the end of this wicked place. Luke 12:49 says, I am coming to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it be already kindled? And that's right, because, there's going to be fires from, the war. Different nations launching attacks on each other. You're going to have the wildfires and the brush fires. So when the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, sends Yahweh Shai back, there's already going to be fire on the earth, and the Lord is just going to add to it. Verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. And we're seeing that more and more all over the world. There's just more division. Different factions of the civilian population being divided against each other. The civilians being divided against the government. You got different governments divided against each other, different countries divided against each other. There's a lot of division. And that's resulting in a lot of hostility, a lot of violence, a lot of threats being made back and forth. And the Heavenly Father is the one who's setting all of this in motion. Because this is how he's going to punish these wicked people. One of the main ways is by having these people, attack each other and kill each other. Luke 21 and 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And that's right, division amongst the people, sedition amongst men. Family members against family members, friends against friends, neighbors against neighbors. That's what it's going to be. It's going to look like the Purge movies out here. And then on the more extreme end, it's going to be nation against nation, and it's going to be kingdom against kingdom. That's what's going to make it a world war, when the Lord drags all the world's major powers into this. And they, and the Lord puts it on their spirit to realize that there is no handling this just the regular way of war. They're going to have to turn it up to nuclear war. And that nuclear destruction is how the Lord is going to bring his vengeance upon America and upon Israel as well, because the land of Israel is currently being occupied by heathens, not the Lord's chosen people. So the Lord's chosen land, the land of Israel, has to be cleansed of all those heathens that are polluting the Lord's land. You see, basically in these last days, all the fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes, the shootings, the stabbings, the diseases, the famines, the wars, all of these different judgments are the Lord's vengeance. This is how he's punishing, or this is how he's going to punish these wicked people with whom he is angry with. These wicked people, they have no idea what's about to be brought upon them. These wicked people, they're about to die. They're about to suffer, and then the Lord is going to kill them. And that is his vengeance. So all the people that are dying in this war between the U.S. and Iran and Israel and Lebanon, all the people that are dying on all sides, that's the Lord's vengeance, whether they're soldiers or whether they're civilians. And like it says in Romans 2 and 11, there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. So men, women, and children are getting killed out here. Wicked men, women, and children. Because like it says in Job 9:24, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer is that nobody has perished being innocent. Wait, Slakia. Yeah, that was the wrong precept, sorry. Slakia. Yeah, but, the point still stands, that nobody, Job 4 and 7, Salakia. Yet remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? So all the people that die every day, regardless of how it plays out, those people are not innocent in the eyes of the Lord. People who get stabbed to death, shot to death, die in a car crash, die as a result of the war that's happening out there in the quote unquote Middle East. Those people are not innocent. And whatever situation they ended up in that resulted in their death, that was them being punished for whatever wickedness they have been doing that angered the Lord, that provoked him unto wrath. And as we get closer and closer to the finale, the wrath of the Lord is only going to increase and intensify upon the earth and upon these wicked people. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.